All right, we are here for matchup number 11, and we have Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare versus I Carry Your Heart by E.E. Cummings. So we are going to start with Sonnet 18 first. And so first of all, there are different types of sonnets, and this sonnet is an example of the English sonnet, which is often called the Shakespearean sonnet, because Shakespeare used this form quite a bit in his poetry. So English sonnet or Shakespearean sonnet. So in this sonnet, typically, the sonnet has 14 lines. So it is made up of 3 quatrains. So one set of 4 lines, followed by another set of 4 lines, a third set of 4 lines, and then it ends with a rhyming couplet. So 2 lines that have the same rhyme scheme. And then each quatrain also has a rhyme scheme, the same rhyme scheme within it as well. All right, so let's get into the poem and then we'll go back and kind of break it down even further from there. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Okay, so right here, he is calling on a very common idea in romantic poetry where you compare the person you love to something beautiful, or parts of your beloved to something beautiful. Your eyes are like stars, etc. So in this poem, he is asking if he should compare his beloved to a summer's day. But he says, you are more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. So in summer, there are sometimes storms that can shake the trees, and then summer is too short. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. So sometimes summer is too hot, and sometimes it is cloudy when you think it should be sunny. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. So everything beautiful ends either by the seasons or a change in destiny or a course. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. However, your beauty shall never fade. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So even death will not take away your beauty. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So as long as people can read this poem, your beauty shall live forever. Okay, so let's break this down even more. The Shakespearean sonnet has a set rhythm and meter, and it follows a meter that is called iambic pentameter. And what that means is, so an iamb, I-A-M-B, is an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable. So let me mark that out for you. So this little U is how we mark an unstressed syllable, and the dash or the slash is how we mark a stressed syllable. So an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable is called an iamb. So here we've marked out in this line the unstressed syllables followed by the stressed syllables. And then the type of meter that this poem has is iambic pentameter. So how many times does this unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable occur in each line? And your hint here is with penta, which means 5. So you will see that this occurs 5 times. Okay, so there we've marked our feet, and there are 5 feet in each line that have an iamb, so an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable. And this occurs in each line, and that's where the meter, iambic pentameter, comes from. So you can get a sense of how complicated writing a poem like this would be. Not only are you thinking of, the words that you want to say, but those words also have to fit this particular structure of 3 quatrains, ending with a rhyming couplet, and then also having a set rhythm and meter. So very complex. All right, let's move on to our next poem. I Carry Your Heart With Me, I Carry It In by E.E. Cummings. I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by me, only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart, I carry it in my heart. Okay, so both of these poems have a similar message. The first poem is that through art, through poetry, love will live forever, even when the person you're writing about is reduced to dust in the ground. Because you create art in honor of this person, they will live forever. And in this poem, I Carry Your Heart With Me, the love lives on in those people that you have loved and that have loved you in return. So they both have similar messages about love, that it can live on forever in different ways. All right, so make sure you vote for either Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare or I Carry Your Heart With Me by E.E. Cummings.